Let's talk Dodger baseball.
Yeah, Dodgers played the Blue Jays, a statement weekend.
Boy, oh boy. They beat their brains out the first two, and then they gave it away in the third game. Dodgers, to me, are so erratic, and they are so unimpressive. You know, here we are with the Blue Jays rolling into town, and Toronto is hammering the ball in the American League East. Vlad Guerrero, Bo Bichette, George Springer, and a whole collective bunch of young guys have had really good seasons. Ohtani hits home runs early. Mookie Betts has a 2-run home run on Friday night, has a bunch of base hits. Muncy pops a couple coming off the disabled list. All of a sudden, Dodgers looked like they're back, and then Sunday showed up. And what I saw Sunday was staggeringly bad. So here we go on Sunday against the Blue Jays. The Dodgers, get this stat, got 13 walks on Sunday. Toronto could not find home plate.
Wow.
Dodgers left 16 on base. The Dodger big payroll, big bats were 1 for 10 with guys in scoring position. The Dodgers had 23 base runners on Sunday, and they lost the game, and they left the bases loaded in the 8th and in the 9th. And if that didn't aggravate you enough, when the phone rang in the bullpen, those guys came in carrying gasoline. Bullpen blew 3 save opportunities this week in losses. They now have 19 blown saves on the season. The bullpen has given up 65 home runs this year, 3rd worst in all of Major League Baseball. Blake Treinen shows up, and he gets lit on Sunday. They're hitting .421 against him since he came off the disabled list. 2 home runs, 4 walks in his last couple of appearances. The guy they traded for the trade deadline, Brock Stewart, 2 blown saves, first 2 appearances. I mean, it seems hopeless, and their starting pitching has been spectacular. What they're getting from Yamamoto, what they're getting from Glasnow, the 2 dominant outings from Blake Snell. My God, they're just pissing away opportunities because there's not one guy in the bullpen at this point that you can trust. Bullpen now has an ERA of 4.25 with a glittering ERA of like 2.30 from the starters. How staggeringly bad is that situation? Now, cup half full, cup half empty. Dodgers, Tanner Scott, Kirby Yates, Michael Kopech all go through successful bullpen sessions this past weekend. That doesn't mean anything. Those guys weren't getting people out before they went on the disabled list. And just because you're throwing a bullpen session does not mean they're all the way back. It's really interesting, though. Bobby Miller, we talked about this 2 weeks ago, took him out of the rotation, Oklahoma City, put him in the bullpen. 6 games, 6 one-inning appearances, no hits, no runs, 10 strikeouts in 6 outings.
Wow.
They've refined it. He's only throwing 2 pitchers out of the bullpen, comes out throwing smoke, is getting guys out. I don't know if that's a solution right now. Meanwhile, Ohtani, they're going to try to stretch him to 5 innings on Wednesday night when the Dodgers play. So here we are with the Dodgers staggering. A 9-game lead is now down to 2. A bullpen that you cannot trust. An offense that looks like it's about to explode but hasn't done it consistently. And a team that's 12-18. And then, by the way, if you subscribe to the LA Times, did you read this in the LA Times? The columnist in the subscription to your LA Times wrote, "Don't worry about the Padres. Choking is in their genes. Choking is their DNA. Just what we need is the Dodgers getting ready to host the Padres. We just need somebody to throw a little match on the gasoline to reignite the rivalry."
Yeah, careful with the genes jokes these days.
So anyhow, that's where we are with the Dodgers. It's just not the same team. They're 12-18 with a $383 million payroll. And shame on the front office for not addressing the closer situation. You've had 3 more catastrophes in the last week since you didn't do the right deal at the baseball trade deadline. John, that's not Dodger blue you're wearing, but go ahead and talk Dodger blue.
It's unusual because Blake Treinen has had moments in his career where he's unhittable. Yep. So you figure he's coming back from, the injury. You got, Kirby Yates and Kopech and who was the other one that was in that list? It was another hella good pitcher.
Tanner Scott.
Yeah. So all three of those guys are coming back. You figure at least two of them are going to eventually get back into the flow and get near, regress back to the mean about what they normally produce. To me, it almost seems like, I don't know, it's almost like a conspiracy theory. Do you think these teams are putting their better pitchers on the shelf? Maybe they were injured, but maybe they just figured we're not going to push them hard. If they've got an injury that normally would be a 2 or 3 week injury, maybe we'll give them 5 or 6 weeks. And that way everybody's fresh coming into August, September.
I understand building them back up. Patience. I understand that. But you had a 9-game lead, and now it's down to 2. And the enemy that wears brown and gold has rebuilt their entire batting order and owns a gem of a bullpen. Your 2-game lead is not safe.
No,
because your team's not complete, and these guys look like they are complete.
Yeah, but now they got to compete. But they got the cavalry coming in. I mean, if I'm a Dodger fan, that's a big if. I'm not a Dodger fan, but if I was, I would still be feeling like, okay, it's kind of close. It's closer than it should be. But if everything plays out the way it's supposed to, we'll be fine.
Yeah, but you're not playing the Padres of early season. You're not playing the Padres who choked away the postseason last October. You're playing something that's really different right now.
But the hitting's coming back. The starting pitching, you said, has been excellent. And yeah, the bullpen is like a dumpster fire. But, it's going to be – it's in the process of being repaired. So, I don't know. I just think that if I'm a Dodger fan, I'm still feeling confident. I mean, they obviously didn't go out and get any of these relievers. They didn't make a pitch for Mason Miller, because they knew they had Kirby Yates and, a lot of these other guys coming.
The ones dragging a 4.25 ERA down the hallway.
Well, I really thought when you said 4.25, I thought that was low. I mean, the way I was seeing this bullpen, I thought it'd be over 5, maybe even over 6.
19 blown saves.
Oh, yeah. It's just terrible. And it was Blake Treinen in that game against the Jays on Sunday. So it's weird. It's like I don't feel like I'm getting the complete truth to all this.
That's where we are. If you're a Dodger fan, jump on board, pile in so you can pile on. You can pile on the Dodger front office. If you want to pile on the media, doesn't matter to me. We just want to hear what you've got to say. That's why we're doing Pennant Race Baseball right now. We got one other